today I'm going to be looking at this. This is cool, funny and surprising things about Canada to show that it's a country like no other. So first we got here is town names in Western Canada. Now I've actually seen Moose Jaw before, Medicine Hat as well. Those are interesting names. Is it only Western Canada that has like interesting names? I'm sure there's pretty interesting ones all over Canada. Tell me if you know any. A minus 25 degrees walk with frozen eyelashes, Alberta, Canada. I mean, even just walking in minus 25 degrees Celsius is quite impressive, quite brave. I can see why that would happen. What's the coldest temperature you've ever went out for a walk is? I think I mentioned on a previous video, I'm going to Seoul in Korea soon in January, and it's expecting not minus 25 degrees Celsius, but minus degrees. I'm a bit apprehensive. Give me some advice on how to survive that. A moose broke through a window and entered a school in Saskatoon today. How? How did they even get that close? Did they go that close to buildings like that? Meanwhile in Canada, help, I'm out of beer. Poor guy. Like walking on another planet, mesmerised by the beauty of the tidal pools at a botanical beach. That is pretty cool. Where is that? A witch paddle in Vancouver, British Columbia with 40 lovely witches. Okay. Friend living in Vancouver sent me Canada in one picture. Please do not be offended. For security reasons, the residents in this building will not hold the door open for you. You must be buzzed in. Yeah, that's actually fine. That's the same in my building here in Malaysia as well. I don't think that's just Canadian. I think that's just security, just to like, you don't let dodgy people into your building. Although I do feel bad, like, tell me what you would do if you're in that sort of building, right, and you see like just a little old lady walking behind you. Would you close the door or would you hold it open? Even with this, I'll probably still hold it open, even if she could be like an armed robber or something like that. I feel just like I could never close the door on someone. Like, I mean, not even an old lady, it could be anybody. I just feel like I just don't have that mentality to close the door on someone, even if it could be my life at risk or my house being broken into. I was in this reindeer bus. Excellent, I love it. I love Christmas. That looks fun. What is this? The world's largest snow maze in Manitoba, Canada. Impressive engineering feat there. Tell me if you've been to anything like that. This is a Dairy Queen drive-thru in Canada where they social distance by using a debit machine zip tied to a hockey stick. Now that is quite Canadian. It works, but it's the perfect size to get out there. Sometimes here in Malaysia, what they actually do is like, we have tolls on the road here, so you have to like go through the toll, put your hand out, but I don't know if it's maybe because like people in Asia are shorter or what, some people can't reach. So what they actually use is like, you know, there's like fly swatter things. It's like got like a rectangle on the end of a stick. So they actually put their card in there that they use, and sometimes you'll be behind someone touching the toll with this thing. The first time I seen it was like quite funny. I've actually used it in my mother-in-law's car just for fun. But welcome to Canada. Whoever stole my GPS last night, you might as well have the rest of the cables and instructions. Like that passive aggressiveness, just like, yeah, take the rest of it if you're going to steal that. A&W released a lidless compostable coffee cup in Toronto. Okay. Tell me what you think about these sort of things as well. Like, I know it's good for the environment. Does it take away anything from the actual eating or drinking experience? Over here in Malaysia, again, I've tried a lot of different cups and lids and things like that, different straws. Sometimes when you're drinking like a paper, cardboard straw, it just isn't as enjoyable as a plastic one. I went to a coffee shop recently. They actually used a thin or like a thick tube of pasta, like, and it actually works. It was actually one of the best things I've used. Tasted good. I made 2 feet of snow standing on a lake in northern Ontario. An hour later, 5 deers walked over and gave them a sniff. Okay. This store in Canada had store-wide discounts that changed based on the temperature outside that day. That is pretty fun, man. Pretty genius. Welcome to Canada, folks. Caution, be alert, nesting and aggressive geese. Yeah, I've heard a lot of about people's dislike of the crazy geese in Canada. People are awesome. Spotted at Union Station in Toronto, Canada. I am not lost, but I am happy you found me. I was handmade for you by someone who cares. If you're cold, you need me, please take me. Wow, man, that's a great thing. Whoever made that, yeah, fair play. Taking their time to make something that actually looks very nice. I'd probably pay quite a bit for something handmade and looking quite nice like that. They're just giving it away for free. I hope it went to a good home. In Union Station as well. Tell me if you've seen anything like that before. Got COVID tested in Canada today. Testing centre was a hockey rink. Front desk was a hockey net. It works. The service dog bathroom at Kelowna, British Columbia. The bathroom for a dog has a fire hydrant. That is pretty fun again. Pretty genius again. Finally got their car out. Now just run the wipers and get that bit of snow off the windshield. Whoa. You don't see these sort of things in many other countries. Who's laughing at our plastic money now? Yeah, pretty good. It's the same here in Malaysia. We have that sort of plastic money. Montreal Botanical Garden, Canada. Wow, very beautiful. Have you ever dropped your money in water? Does it really work? Church in Canada during the Olympic gold game. Even in the church, people are just chilling watching the match. This is where I'd spend my money, seen in Ontario. Unattended children were given an energy drink and taught to swear. Being a pilot in Northern Canada has its perks. Pretty cool. Have you ever seen the Northern Lights? Welcome to Canada. This is this morning. Imagine waking up and opening your door and that's it. I'd probably freak out, but then I'll just go back to bed probably. Only in Canada will you find a baby moose carrying a pride flag. How did that even get that? Where did they even get it from in the middle of a forest like that? Canada Post location in Vancouver has a fitting room. Try it on here. If your online purchase isn't right, you can return it. Canada really has some genius ideas. I've definitely never seen anything like those in other places, in any other place, so that's pretty cool. Canada's Minister of Defence Harjit Sajjan in line for groceries like an average dude. I mean, he's the only one that's got this big thing as well, so maybe he should buy some big things, man. Doesn't look too happy, to be honest. I had a super Canadian moment yesterday. Geese using the crosswalk, we all stopped to let them cross. Got to let them cross, man. People stuck in a 75 car pile-up 20 km east of Montreal decided to get creative in passing the time. When life gives you pile-ups, make them into a hockey game. I like how people just have a hockey stick lying about just in case they need it. In Canada, the transit apologises for being full. Even the buses apologise. Signpost Forest, Watson Lake. More than 80,000 signs. How did they get there? Did people just take them there and attach them? Meanwhile in Canada, what is that, a cat fighting? Is that even a cat? I don't know what that is. Fighting a moose. This was no ordinary guy, no ordinary dog. A guy in Yaletown put his dog on a parked police bike so he could take a photo. A cop came over to intervene and offered to put his helmet on the dog for added authenticity. I love Vancouver. Yeah, that's pretty nice, man. If it's in America, they've got the gun out, threatening the dog, throwing it in the back of the police wagon. That's pretty nice. Coca-Cola. They sell maple Coke in Canada. I'd be up for trying that, like, definitely add a bit of sweetness in there. Wonder how much it tastes of maple. Silly walks are encouraged in Ottawa. Justin Trudeau jogs through prom folk when nobody notices. Does he really do that? Does he just go out and jog in the middle of the city? During the annual hair freezing contest in Canada. Okay, man, those are quite nice actually. Like, yeah, definitely there's not many countries you can do that, so I don't know who came up with this idea, but those are very good, man. That guy's is pretty cool. It looks like an ice covered Wolverine. Hers is nice. Yeah, man. Hers got a brush in it, actually. Last week I drove on an ice road in northern Canada. Have you ever driven on that? I feel like I wouldn't even chance it. This moose in a pool in Ottawa. Paul Cock was shocked to find a moose in his swimming pool in Ottawa. The moose jumped out of the pool and back into the community on Uplands Drive. These moose really get everywhere. Where's the weirdest place you've ever seen a moose? Pick of ramen noodles at -30. Wow. That is pretty mad. In Canada, hockey's more important than classes. Yeah, people told me about that, especially that Olympic gold one that everybody just stopped, even in schools, whatever. Everybody was watching it. Lake Pillars in Saskatchewan. Where does that come from? A winterized porta potty in Canada. Heavily insulated. I mean, it's got to be if you're pulling your pants down in a public place. There are places in Canada that have bridges for animals to cross over busy roads. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like here in Malaysia, they have something different. They actually have bridges for motorbikes to cross over. Like, first time I've ever seen it, I'm like, why is someone driving their motorbike across like a walkway? Then I see more people do it, and it's like, especially over highways, so people on motorbikes can get from one side to the other. It's like one of those, like the diagonal walkway path things that goes up, and then just motorbikes crossing it quite normally. Traffic lights in Prince Edward Island in Canada are different shapes for colourblind people. Again, very innovative. How very Canadian. He's got the shorts on as well. The shorts and the big jacket and hat. Got a small iced coffee from Tim Hortons in Canada, then crossed into the US and placed the same order. Wow. I mean, that says something about the culture as well. A cake dispenser. But that, it says baked in New Jersey. Maybe it's baked in New... How could it be baked in New Jersey and sold in Canada? I don't know, but I'm all for a cake dispenser, man. I love cakes. I don't know how people from other countries keep their beers cold, but here in oh wow. What if that falls, man? Okay, that is, yeah, like those are pretty interesting. Definitely, like the point of this is showing the things, or why things like Canada, or show that Canada's not like any other country. A lot of those things definitely couldn't be done in any other country, so I agree with that. Tell me if you've seen any of them, what you think about them. Thanks.